I'm 48F, a single mom to my child Alex, 19NB, who's in college. We've always been close, with family game nights on Fridays, helping with homework late into the evenings, and supporting their interests like art classes since they were little and even driving them to exhibitions on weekends. I've raised them alone since my ex left when they were 5, and we've built a tight bond, talking about everything from school stress to future dreams like their goal to become a graphic designer. Alex has always been quiet about personal stuff, but I thought that was just their introverted personality, maybe from the divorce trauma. Last week, Alex came out to me as transgender, saying they've known since they were 13 but hid it, lying about things like why they cut their hair short or avoided family swims by claiming headaches. They admitted experimenting with clothes and names online without telling me, and now want to transition fully with hormones and a legal name change. But they demanded I lie to our extended family, conservative grandparents, and aunts who are vocal about traditional values during holiday calls, saying Alex is just going through a phase or not mentioning it at all, or else they'll cut me off completely and go no contact. It blindsided me. I support them but need time to process the years of secrets, and faking it feels wrong, like betraying my own values. I told them I love them but can't lie and need space to adjust, which led to a huge fight where they accused me of not caring. My sister says I'm being unsupportive by not protecting them, but the deception hurts, making me question our whole relationship. Am I in the wrong for telling my transgender child I need time to process their coming out after they admitted to lying about their identity for years, and now expect me to lie to our extended family or face being cut off? Or am I wrong for not jumping in right away and risking everything? Update 1. I was still shaken from Alex's coming out, where they revealed knowing they were transgender since 13 but lying about stuff like borrowing friends' clothes for costumes, skipping events to avoid gendered activities by saying they had school projects, and even faking interest in girly gifts to keep up appearances, and then demanding I cover for them with a family by downplaying it as a phase or keeping quiet, threatening to cut contact if I didn't. A couple days later, we had a follow-up talk in the living room that got emotional but didn't resolve much, leaving us both raw and distant as I replayed it during my work commutes. Alex sat on the couch, fidgeting with her phone and avoiding eye contact, and started by saying they understood my shock but needed me to protect them from family judgment, like telling grandma it's just college experimentation instead of the truth about their planned name change to something gender neutral, or even the doctor appointments for hormones. I explained I was hurt by the years of secrets, mentioning times I'd asked about their mood swings or why they hated family photos, and they brushed it off with excuses like stress from classes, making me feel shut out as a parent who'd sacrificed so much. They defended it by saying they feared rejection from our conservative relatives who make comments about traditional roles at every gathering, and lying to me was part of staying safe until they were ready, but now expected full backing, including fibbing at the upcoming holiday dinner about why they're dressing differently. I pushed back, saying I support their identity but can't build more lies on top, that honesty might help the family adjust over time, and I need time to research resources like support groups or books on parenting trans kids. They got upset, accusing me of prioritizing family opinions over their safety and mental health, and stormed out to their room, saying they'd go no contact if I outed them without permission. Later, staring at old photos of us from happier times while doing dishes alone, I felt torn between protecting them and the betrayal that kept nagging at me. A friend suggested family therapy to bridge the gap, but Alex's texts are cold now. Short replies only. Should I agree to the lies temporarily to keep the peace, or insist on truth even if it risks our bond, and leaves me isolated? Update 2. The living room talk escalated after Alex's coming out and admission of years-long lies about their transgender identity, like claiming short hair was for practicality, avoiding dresses by saying they were allergic to the fabric, or even pretending to like makeup tutorials online to fit in, when they demanded I lie to the family about it being a phase or risk being cut off, leaving us barely speaking with tense silences at meals. I reached out to my sister for advice, and during a coffee meet, she dropped a bombshell that reframed everything, leading to a group discussion that night with Alex that added more layers, but built toward tough choices. We met at a quiet cafe down the street, and my sister confessed she'd known about Alex since they were 15. Alex had confided in her during a sleepover, scared and unsure after a bad day at school, and she'd advised keeping it secret from the family due to our grandparents' old school views that could lead to disownment or harsh words, like the time they cut off a cousin for similar reasons. She'd been quietly supportive, helping with things like buying a binder online, researching therapists, or even suggesting subtle name trials in private, but swore Alex to silence to protect them until adulthood and avoid family drama spilling over. The lies to me were part of that plan, not deceit but caution to shield everyone, and Alex's demand for me to lie now stemmed from panic about coming out fully, fearing I'd side with the family, like in past arguments over politics or when I defended grandma's outdated opinions to keep peace. Alex joined us later at the cafe, tearful as my sister explained her role, and admitted the secrecy hurt them too but felt necessary, sharing specifics like using her as a sounding board for name ideas years ago or venting about dysphoria during secret calls. I opened up about feeling excluded and betrayed, like an outsider in my own family, and we talked through the irony. Her support network was hidden to protect us all, but it built walls that now felt impossible to tear down. Suspense built as we planned how to tell the family gently, starting with a group email to gauge reactions before the holidays. Friends said it's a relief to know the full story and that my sister's involvement shows Alex had support. But can we navigate the family fallout without more damage or resentment boiling over? Update 3. The coffee meet with my sister revealing she'd known about Alex's transgender identity for years, advising secrecy and providing quiet help like gender-affirming clothes, online resources, or even driving them to a support meeting once. Explain the lies like Alex's excuses for avoiding family gatherings and came after the tense living room talk and Alex's threats over me not covering for them. Over the next few weeks, we tried open communication and family outreach, but it all fell apart amid rejections and ultimatums. We started with family therapy sessions over video calls, where Alex shared their journey in detail. I expressed my processing needs and hurt from the secrecy, and my sister mediated, helping us set boundaries like no more hidden support without including me, while acknowledging past fears from our family's conservative history, such as grandma's past comments on gender norms or an uncle's outright dismissive rants at dinners. Alex opened up about the weight of hiding, including a specific instance where they'd cried to my sister about a school bully, and we attempted a plan to tell extended relatives via a group email explaining the transition, Alex's new name, and asking for respect or at least civility. But the responses were brutal. Grandma called in tears saying it was against her beliefs, and she'd pray for us to see sense. An aunt unfriended us on social media with a nasty message about family values, and others went silent, skipping our invites. The blowback pushed Alex over the edge. They blamed me for not agreeing to lie from the start, saying my insistence on honesty outed them too soon and ruined any chance of gradual acceptance, leading to a final fight where they packed bags and left for a friend's place, cutting contact with blocked numbers and a note saying they needed space from everyone who couldn't protect them fully. The fallout left me heartbroken and alone, regretting not compromising on the lies but standing by my need for truth, with my sister distancing herself too amid the family divide, teaching me hard lessons about boundaries and loss while I navigate the emptiness of an empty home.